I used to be lazy, skinny fat, antisocial, and aimless in life, and now I'm the most disciplined, healthy, confident, and driven person that I know. So today I'm going to teach you about the one thing that might be secretly killing you, but then if you flip it, it can give you so much energy and attitude and positivity in your life on autopilot, and it will make your life so much better, so much quicker that you won't even realize it. It'll start to snowball and you'll make so much progress that you won't even recognize yourself in a couple of weeks. And if you stay till the end, I'll also give you strategies on how you can reverse this thing which is killing you silently in order to achieve that. So, my name is Yash, and I've been on self improvement for 3 years now. It's been a long journey, but enough of that. Let's begin with the actual video. So, this thing that I'm talking about, it's a meta skill. And if you know what a meta skill is, basically, it helps basically all areas of your life, right? So if you improve this thing that I'm going to tell you about, I'm going to teach you about in this video, it's going to improve your relationships. It's going to improve how good you are at work. So you're going to make more money. It's going to improve your physical health. It's going to improve your mental health. You're going to feel happier, more fulfilled. You're going to get more out of each day of life. And also, you're going to feel more connected to your religion. You're going to get a lot more bang for your buck in terms of energy as well. And guess what? You'll sleep better too. So, all of that being said, what is this thing that I'm talking about? Well, it's something that probably over 4/5 of the young population that's as old as you and me suffer with. It should be clinically diagnosed as a disorder. It isn't, but it's actually being used to make money off by the industries. The industry is using this mental disability that they're creating in people, and it's being portrayed in such a way that people don't even realize what's happening to them. And all the big companies are profiting again and again and again, loads and loads of money off of us. And guess what? They're ruining our health, they're ruining our relationships, they're ruining our wealth as well. They're ruining every part of our lives and making money silently whilst we just sit there and let it happen to us. If you haven't guessed by now, I'm talking about attention span. Everyone nowadays has such low attention span. That is why I need to make these saucy random intros where I'm shouting, I'm doing random things, I'm counting on my fingers because people have low attention spans. And so if I want to actually give value to you as a viewer, I need to hook your attention. Attention is the greatest currency in today's market. You've probably already heard this. And the thing is, you might not understand why just yet, but low attention span, which I've already discussed, is suffered by most of the young population. It causes depression, it causes anxiety, it causes social isolation, social anxiety. It causes all of these issues that can tank someone's life. And if you don't do anything about it, guess what? Those things will happen to you, and I can say that with 100% guarantee, right? And why do I say this? Well, let's go back to the evolutionary psychology of how it works. When you're watching a video on, let's say, Instagram, your mind thinks it's in some kind of an environment. When I'm watching a reel about LeBron James playing basketball, my brain actually thinks I'm there at the basketball court and I'm watching this happen. So then when I scroll into the next video and it's Sam Sulek lifting in the gym, suddenly I think I'm in the gym sitting in front of Sam Sulek and I'm watching him do some, I don't know, heavy lat pull downs or something. And then I scroll again because that's boring. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to watch Sam Sulek. Let me scroll on to the next one. Then it's David Goggins running and he's shouting at me. And now I think I'm watching David Goggins run past me, screaming in my ear. That's not what I consciously think, but that's what your evolutionary subconscious brain thinks. If you want to get all psychological about it, that's what the amygdala thinks, which is your caveman brain. in bro science terms. So let me just look at my sheet here. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so basically what happens is you're scrolling and your amygdala, your brain, caveman brain, monkey brain, whatever you want to call it, shifts through these different environments so quickly. But it's not used to doing that, right? In real life, you'd never be sat, like, I wouldn't be sat in my room and then I swipe and now I'm outside in the garden, and I swipe and now I'm in Thailand. Like, that's not how it works, right? So your brain is not adapted to be in so many different scenarios and environments at such a quick pace. So what does it do to your brain? It, if you've ever heard someone call someone else fried, that's what you're doing to yourself, right? You're absolutely frying yourself with a bunch of brain chemicals which are supposed to be used for real life. And now you're out here switching digital environments like crazy. Clearly, that's not good for your brain. And a bunch of studies have shown this. I cannot be bothered to put anything up screen. So if you want to look at your studies, you can, but there's really no need, because the point is that having a low attention span is really bad, really, 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 really bad for your brain. And you can think about this in terms of tribal things, right? If I'm in a caveman tribe and I'm the guy with ADHD and I can't focus on the task for more than 2 minutes. Let's say we've gone out hunting. I'm out on the hunt as well. And imagine this is my spear. And I don't know, I'm chasing a boar and I've got a spear. I'm chasing the boar for 2 minutes. And then I see a pretty butterfly fly in front of me. I'm like, ooh, it's a butterfly. Oh, wow, look how good it is. And then by then the boar's just gone. We've lost our meal for the day. And guess what? Now our tribe starves. So guess what? I'm not useful to the tribe. They're going to kick me out and I'm going to die by myself, because we're tribal beings, we're social creatures, right? So you can understand why a low attention span is not a naturally desirable trait. So through natural selection, we would have evolved to have a good attention span. But then came technology, and we're shifting our environments left, right, and center all the time by watching reels and scrolling, and we're cooked. We can't focus. Like, if I asked you to sit down for 30 seconds and do nothing, could you do it? You're feeling uncomfortable already. Your brain is wondering what's going on. Where's my dopamine at? Where's my pleasure at? Like, where's the okay? That's a bit sus. But where's the next hit of dopamine gonna come from? Where's the next visual stimulus that's gonna change my environment? Because now your brain's trying to adapt to this flooding of chemicals that you're giving it. So I hope now you understand, you're convinced that a low attention span is a really, really serious problem. It's going to ruin your relationships as well, because you can't, like, imagine I'm sat with my wife, but I have a low attention span, and so I'm speaking to her, and then suddenly my brain drifts off to something different. Oh yeah, that funny moment I had with my friend earlier in the day, and then I zone out, and she's like, "What's going on? Hello, are you there? Are you there with me in this conversation?" She realizes that I'm not present, and then she thinks that, oh, I must not be important enough in his life to be somebody worth being present to, and that is obviously not the case. But it's gonna ruin your relationships, because you won't have the ability to be present and there for someone. And the longer you wait to fix this, the worse it's gonna get. I promise you, the longer you wait to fix this, the worse it is going to get. And if you don't do anything about it, it'll catch up to you. It'll catch up to you in maybe your 40s, and you will literally be worse than people clinically diagnosed with ADHD. And that's when you will wish you had listened to what I was saying in this video. So enough of the serious talk. Let's actually talk about how we can change it, right? How can we actually improve our attention span? So first thing is consume long form content, not short form content, right? So consuming long form content can come in a variety of ways. And I'm not talking about a movie, okay? But I'm talking about if you want to watch a video and learn from it, specifically learn from it, right? Consuming content is only for learning. Entertainment is what friends are for. Or at least partly that's what friends are for. So get your entertainment from real life, not from watching other people's real life recorded and stuff like that. So content should be consumed for learning purposes, right? We've established that. Consuming long form content means if you're watching on a phone, right, like I'm recording on, then watch a podcast. Sit there, watch the whole podcast episode in one go if you can. Probably not good for your eyes though, so maybe take breaks every 30 minutes. Or maybe if you're on, maybe if you're on public transport, or you're, on a 30-minute, 20-minute plus commute, then watch the podcast for at least 20 minutes at a time, okay? If you can't do that, then build up to it slowly, right? Progressively overload like in the gym. Same thing applies here. Other ways of consuming long form content, you get a book. I don't have a book to show you right now because I'm actually stacking up. In fact, I'll just show you. I'm stacking up this recording on a bunch of books. But anyway, yeah, so read books. Reading books is another great way of long form content, and it's a bit less pressure on your eyes as well because you're not actually watching a screen for ages. With that being said, also, you need to reduce your short form content. How do you reduce your short form content? You delete TikTok. I know it's hard. I know you love it, but guess what? You're not learning anything from it because even the informative TikToks that you watch, you forget those after two more TikToks anyway. So I promise you're not learning anything. Do it, just delete it. It'll feel awkward, uncomfortable, I know, but just for the sake of your future family, delete TikTok. That's number one. Next way to get rid of short form content, download something called a Reels blocker. I have one on my phone. It's an app which will basically, when you click on the reel, it won't let you open the reel. So do that for Instagram. Keeping Instagram is a good thing, actually. I think it's important. Don't watch Snapchat stories. Don't watch YouTube shorts. You can also get blocker apps for those things. And that is for reducing your short form content. The next thing I would like to talk about very briefly is meditation. A lot of you are going to be sighing when I say meditation, but meditate every day. Okay? Meditation is the single greatest habit in all of self-improvement. 100%. No doubt about it, right? If you did no self-improvement habits, but you meditated, you would be better than someone who did all the other things, but did not meditate ever. So, how do you meditate? Or naturally, what might be popping up in your head is, oh, meditation doesn't work for me. Yes, it does. Follow along with me right now. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Focus on the air that's coming in your nose and going out of your nose. And naturally, your focus will shift to something else, which is not your breath. And then after that, guess what? It does not mean that you failed the meditation. It just means go back to your breath. So I'm breathing. And my focus suddenly drifted to my eyelids feeling a bit drowsy. Guess what? I'm breathing again. So keep doing that for 1 minute, 2 minutes, progressively overload again. So that's meditation done. And finally, the last strategy that I want to give you is you need to restrict your phone in some kind of way. So what I do is I have it on grayscale. That helps me separate the digital world from the real world, right? Because I can actually see color. And guess what? It makes your phone so boring that you don't even want to use it that much. So you need to restrict your phone in some way. Another way that example that I have done in the past is you put your phone away in a drawer. somewhere where it's difficult to take out frequently, and then that way you can use your phone very intentionally. And I still do this sometimes if I have a lot of work that I need to do. But with that being said, that is me about attention span. If you made the way here, then you clearly probably do have a good attention span. So well done for sticking to the end of the video. I'll give you a pat on the back, a fist bump, whatever. And yeah, if you want more content like this, it goes without saying, subscribe, like, comment, share, all of that beautiful YouTube algorithm stuff. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.